Honourable Member for About.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. My questions without notice is directed to the Minister for Provincial and Local Level Government Affairs. I hope he is the one directly responsible to the current local level governments that are taking place at the moment. If it is okay, then I can direct it, or I will direct it to the Minister for Intergovernment Relations. Minister for Administrative Services.
Honourable members,
I'll ask the question.
we have the member for About in question here, so I'm just asking the House to keep order.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. My question without notice is directed to the Minister for Provincial Affairs and Local Level Government Affairs in relation to the current LLG elections that are taking place. There is a bit of confusion right now going on because I hope the Minister can clarify that there are two different sets of dates that are now floating around with regards to, for example, the polling date on the first notice was 12th of July. The second notice floating around is 21st of June. Counting on the first notice will begin on the 2nd of August, on the second notice, 5th of July. And on the first notice, the return of writs are designated to be on 22nd of August, and the latest one, return of writs, on the 24th of July. So you can imagine the level of confusion going on right now. If the Minister can inform the country what are the right dates. Thank you.
The Honourable Minister for Provincial and Local Level Government Affairs.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. And I thank Member for About for a very important question. Yes, I'm aware of this confusion that's going on. You have kind of confused me more by what you have presented. Because the earlier presentation is, so I need to get that confirmation properly, but second dates that have been presented refers to writs to be issued on the 24th of last month, and writs to be returned on the 25th of August. If I can present that as the outlay of what you're referring to. In between are all those different requirements that are requested for polling and all that. I've seen those, the first notice that you're referring to with my photograph. It was brought to my attention actually yesterday. And my reaction was that that's an old notice which has been superseded by the second notice, which I'm making reference to, which is writs to be issued on the 24th of last month, and writs to be returned on the 25th of August. So that's the notice that should be applicable to LLG election that is going on. Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker.
Supplementary, we have a member for Yaribu Pandya. What's your supplementary?
Thank you, Mr. Acting Speaker, and my supplementary is to the Minister for Provincial Affairs and Local Level Government regarding the council elections that are taking place as we speak. Mr. Speaker, the Minister rightfully is the person in charge, from what I understand, under the law, to conduct these elections. Unfortunately, this election is now going over for over 3 months, Mr. Speaker. When we all know that the council elections relate to individual votes in the villages and nearby hamlets that are surrounding that particular ward. Can the Minister say why does He has to conduct these elections for over 3 months. Why do we have to allow people to run around with posters for 3 months in the same village that they live in and work and survive every day? Mr. Speaker, for the minister's information, it has now become like a national elections where candidates are running around with big posters and running around with policies, Mr. Speaker. So can the minister please let some common sense prevail in this manner, in these particular elections? Let's go back to where we used to conduct elections before, where it is done within few weeks, not 3 months. I think people are exhausted about politics and politicians in this country. Let us listen to our people. Thank you, Mr. Minister.
Honourable Minister, Provincial Affairs and Local Level Government.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker, and I thank Member for LLG Pangia for this very important question. Yes, it's a fair question. If we look at what has transpired up until now, why this election has been held this time around. LLG election has never been conducted since 2012, if you can look at it, including in 2017 up until 2022 elections, because by law, LLG elections were supposed to be conducted 3 months immediately after national election results are returned. But this has not been the case. And therefore, this has continued to delay and confuse the whole processes. Hence, some of the laws that I have amended on the floor of Parliament is to ensure that the national elections are conducted and allowing for LLG elections to have fair time of planning in terms of resources, in terms of organizations and all that. And that has been on the floor of Parliament, and I think one of those amendments is going through to the Parliament. And hence, this amendment, what it's doing is that it allows, after national election, a time period of about 30 months is allowed. So that will come into play after the 2027 election. But while this has been going on, other matters have come into play, as you know, Mr. Deputy Speaker. This in relation to national census, because this LLG election was supposed to have been conducted last year, but because of the importance of national census, and this has been delayed. And when the decisions were made, so I have to provide that background so that the matter can be properly understood. It kind of compressed the timing. And so when you look at it, when you look at all the other major events that are taking place, including 50th anniversary celebration, so it kind of goes into that period. And I think all of this next few months is really part of that celebration. So every other priority requests are being placed on the government in terms of resource allocations, Mr. Deputy Speaker. And hence allowing for 3 months, referring to a member for Pangia, is basically allowing for our preparations to be done on the ground in terms of resource allocations that I made reference to. And yes, we are fully aware of the fact that 3 months is a long period of time, but it's also provide for preparation on the ground in terms of Electoral Commission to get its officers on the ground, including preparing election materials and other resource allocations. And that has been a reason why, unfortunately, 3 months have been allowed so that this election can be carried out at least properly. And in the end, the decision is that the idea is to ensure that fair and proper election is conducted and that end result is to the satisfaction of all of us. Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker.